ready to stop living in fear. Quotes might just change your life. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Nelson Mandela. Fear keeps us focused on the past or worried about the future. Courage anchors us in the present. Thich Nhat Hanh. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. To not dare is to lose oneself. Soren Kierkegaard. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Robert F. Kennedy. Your fear is 100% dependent on you for its survival. Steve Maraboli. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Steve Jobs. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Brené Brown. It takes courage to stand alone, even when you believe you are right. Socrates. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Eleanor Roosevelt. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Plato. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Marie Curie. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Laozi. The best way out is always through. Robert Frost. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. J.R.R. Tolkien. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. Without courage, wisdom bears no fruit. Baltasar Gracian. Courage is grace under pressure. Ernest Hemingway. To speak your truth, even if your voice shakes, is courage. Maggie Kuhn. Real courage is when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through. Harper Lee. Fortune always favors the brave and never helps a man who does not help himself. P.T. Barnum. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. Khalil Gibran. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali. Bravery is the solution to regret. Robin Sharma. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Dale Carnegie. A hero is no braver than an ordinary man, but he is brave 5 minutes longer. Ralph Waldo Emerson. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. Eleanor Roosevelt. Fate loves the fearless. James Russell Lowell. The secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. Thucydides. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." Mary Ann Radmacher. To live with courage is to be vulnerable and bold at once. Brené Brown. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Susie Kassem. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Martin Luther King, Jr. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. Pythagoras. The bravest sight in the world is to see a great man struggling against adversity. Seneca. It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. E. Cummings. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is just keep going. Unknown. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anais Nin. Every act of conscious learning requires the willingness to suffer an injury to one's self-esteem. Thomas Shash. The greatest test of courage on earth is to bear defeat without losing heart. R.G. Ingersoll. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. Winston Churchill. Be brave enough to start a conversation that matters. Margaret Wheatley. Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. Mother Teresa. You'll never do a whole lot unless you're brave enough to try. Dolly Parton. Courage is contagious. When a brave man takes a stand, the spines of others are often stiffened. Billy Graham.